certainly one of the ties that catches the eye is Manchester United against Spurs. We learnt today that Onana will be available for this tie as he's been given permission to miss Cameroon's opening game in the African Cup of Nations. Don't you think that's a bit weird? Like, if you've got everyone going...
get beat.
If you go and got everyone going to the African Cup of Nations...
Man United, that is.
There should just be a general rule, shouldn't there?
Absolutely. Whether we like it or not, and the clubs like it or not, these competitions come along, how many times it is, whenever it is, and the players are expected to go and perform. Managers will absolutely hate it, but it is what it is, and other clubs are losing their players. Salah to Egypt, and Papa Sarr to Senegal, and you name it, they're all gone off, and Endo's gone off to the Asian Cup, and Tomiyasu and so forth. Why would he be given a dispensation by a country to miss a game?
Well, the argument is that when Manchester United signed him, he'd retired from international football. So therefore, United have said, well, look, when we signed him, we didn't know we were losing.
Well, that's nothing to do with Man United. It's a personal decision.
Yeah, but then the suggestion is that United and Cameroon get into this discussion about that and trying to find... And listen, I've been in the middle of this kind of decision representing Trinidad and Tobago for the length of my own career, and I've always said that the national associations need to have better relationships with the clubs because there is this kind of, we're paying you weekly wages. So and oftentimes it's just we have the right and there's a hard stop. And I think there's middle ground there, and that's what Manchester United, Cameroon, and at Onana's asking, I'm sure, have found. So on the face of it, if you're Liverpool and you're losing Salah or else any of the other clubs, you're upset. But I think this is how it should be done.
Oh, hold on, he's missing the opening game. Where's the middle ground here? That's like saying I'll miss the opening game of the World Cup. I'll just picture.
All I'm saying is club and national association have a discussion. That's all. There's always been this kind of aggressive stance that we're a national team, so therefore you have absolutely no say. And all the players ask for, having been in that position, is have a conversation, have some kind of relationship, and figure out that middle ground. Now, what that middle ground looks like for Onana might have looked different for me when I was playing, or for Mo Salah, for all I care. It's just a model as to how those relationships are managed.
I mean, the other clubs have got... I mean, you're saying, like, Liverpool must be thinking, we're losing Salah. Well, call the Egypt Federation and do exactly what Onana's done. And they'll ask if he can miss the first game.
And they'll say no.
It's that simple. And if they say no, then there's nothing
exactly,
they can do.
They say no, fine. But have that relationship.
At least have a go. And that's all that's happening.
What do you mean have a relationship? This is down to Cameroon. They've got the number one goalkeeper, right? They're basically saying, you go and do what you want. We're not, not taking this serious.
I disagree. They're not. Listen, they have the right to call their player back. Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. But having been in that position, if I'm Onana, here's what I'm saying. If you force this on my club, I'm just going to retire.
So it's blackmail now?
If I'm Onana, I've already retired. It's not about blackmail. I've already retired and I've come to a compromise to come back out of retirement. Now, if that's the stance you're going to take with me, then I'll just go back on my initial decision. And Cameroon lose out. So they find a middle ground that at least they can call on their player, their best goalkeeper, for the longer term. It means missing a game, but they can now call on their goalkeeper for a longer term.
Good. Hope they get knocked out. Hope they get knocked out, and he can go back and lick his chop. Sorry?
Why have you got a problem with this?
I've got a problem with it because...
Why?
I tell you I've got a problem, because he's in a competition, right? He's either committed to that competition or he's not.
But he can be committed to both.
Well, he's not.
He's shown commitment to both. He's saying, look, I'm asking you to let me play this game and then I'll come.
After they've played a game.
And they've got the choice to say no. So they lose the first game, and they lose the first game. If it happens... Well, but that's down to them, not down to Onana, because they've agreed to it.
Well, it is down to Onana, because...
Well, it's not. He's asked permission, and they think, clearly, they're going to win the game. Now, if they lose the game, then they've only got themselves to blame, but...
Exactly, and that's my point.
I don't see what the problem is.
It is, of course, Spurs on Sunday. I don't think you were here for a while, Stevie. What's going to happen in this game?
Oof, that's a tester.
Oh, well, there you go.
Well, it is
What do you
because
mean he's
Man
not here
United
for a
at
while?
home.
Well, he's got days off.
Holy smokes! Him and I were we held the fort
Hold on,
here
you're off
Christmas.
the next 2 days. What are you on about?
2 days we held the fort Christmas and New Year. There be us.
God.
There we go. Bash, keeping the
Sorry.
balls up.
Sorry,
I'm going to retire.
Hey, thanks very much.
I'm going to retire.
He's taking over.
Wait.
He's taking over from. He's taking over from you.
Wait, I'm being told that you're not until Sunday either. You've got 3 days off now.
I'll just stay here and hold on the fort then.
Right, no. Forget the football. Forget the football. Let's strip down a working week. Let's strip down a working week. I can't believe they've got no problem with a guy just going.
I was moving on.
I tell you what, if Cameroon go out, I'm going to rub it in your face. I don't know what.
What have you done?
I don't know what.
Okay, you're in for
Single-handedly
it.
sorting this out. Any thoughts?
Oh, it's gone.
Good.
Thoughts on what?
Watch analysis to come on Extra Time. As always, you can check that out over on our YouTube channel. Greg's never looked so good.
Goodness me.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.